Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Anthony Hadley Jr. and today we're going to talk about whether this device can take your mobile gaming to the next level. Let's get into it. So mobile gaming has always been a thing, going back to at least since the Game Boy and to the PSPs, the Nintendo DS, the Switches, and now we're having things like the Valve Steam Deck and so many other devices that are coming out. But the thing is, those are always additional devices that you have to purchase, whereas most of us already have a smartphone. So this device is the Backbone 1. It is a peripheral device that connects to your iOS, pretty much just iPhones. I don't think you can fit an iPad mini in here, but it connects via Lightning. So to add this peripheral device to your smartphone that you already have, which more than likely already gives you access to a library of thousands and thousands of games, a lot of them free. Over time, this may be a better value proposition than purchasing a whole different game system. So let's talk about the needs that this device actually fills. I feel like if you are somebody that is always on the go, somebody that's traveling a lot, and you find yourself with random free time, 5 to 10 minutes here or there, and you don't want to do like we all do and scroll on social media, to have this in your bag already, to pop it out, put your phone in, hop into a game and just be ready to play. And specifically as the iOS apps and game library continues to grow, there's a larger pool of games that benefit from having an actual controller to play with rather than using the touchscreen interface. As far as the hardware goes, I think the build quality, I'd probably give it about a 7 out of 10. It's very polished, it's very well designed, it has everything that you need. It is definitely the most premium that I've felt from third-party smartphone gaming peripherals so far. But at the same time, it does not give me the same robust feel and feedback that I'm used to on a console controller. Like, I would maybe liken this more towards something maybe just below like a Nintendo Switch controller. Another thing that is not unique specifically to this device, but I think is the best implementation, is their own app, which is the Backbone app. You can also see, I'll put it on the screen with a better view, but this little button here, when you push this button on your phone, it will then take you into a library of recommended games and games that will work the best with your Backbone 1. And it also has a unique chat feature and its own built-in community. As far as the actual button layout on the hardware, it has everything that you would need. You have your 2 joysticks, you have your analog thumbstick. It's a little more reminiscent of an Xbox controller to where the thumbsticks are offset. You have your A, B, and your X, Y. You have what would be your start or your pause button. You have what would be like your option or your screenshots, and then you have your menu button, and then also of course you have the home or the app button, which is the Backbone button, which is going to be highlighted in orange. You have your 2 main triggers and you have your 2 bumpers. So you have everything you need. Another great use case for this is, as we're starting to see the rise of cloud gaming and streaming, you can actually use this to jump into a lot of games and just stream those games directly from the cloud to your phone and have the same or a very similar gaming experience with this controller as you would have on your Xbox. Once again, it's not going to be quite the same, but the new game just dropped and you were playing it and you got to a level that you really wanted to beat, but then you had to leave to go somewhere. Maybe you were in a commute or you were waiting and you wanted to hop back into that game. As long as you had pretty good Wi-Fi service or maybe your 5G signal, you could potentially hop right back in if that game is available via the cloud, and hop right back into where you left off and finish that level on your phone, and then come back once you got home and then pick up where you left off there and be at the next level. So I do like the fact that this opens the door for a lot of cloud streaming from multiple systems. As far as competition, I don't know if anybody else yet has made something that is comparable to this as far as like the polish and the build quality. The closest things I've seen, of course, have been the Game Vice Live. Steel series has the Nimbus Plus, just the regular controller, which is more like an Xbox controller that you can just connect via Bluetooth to your iPhone or iPad or your any other iOS device, which I'm pretty sure that's all of them. But then the new Stream Deck, which is coming out, which is a whole different thing. That's a whole computer in the palm of your hand. What I would love to see is for them to, I'm not sure where the price point is on this currently, but maybe drop this to like $79 or $80 and then make a Backbone Pro. Because I know the whole point of this is to keep this as a small footprint and something light and easy to pack with you. If you could give me the feel, the durability, and the responsiveness comparable to an Xbox or PlayStation controller, in this form factor, but maybe even 20 to 30% bigger, more so in the grips in the buttons, and that would probably significantly increase how much I played mobile games on my phone. After spending years on console controllers, this feels like I have to make accommodations and concessions when I'm gaming in just ways that I don't want to think about when I'm so used to just moving and pushing things a certain way and just not looking. There's a millisecond or two of delayed response that I find in my gaming with this controller that I think if this was a little bit bigger and the buttons were bigger and it was just a little more responsive to where I never felt like I was gonna have to ever worry about breaking something when I really got in the heat of the moment, I would pay a premium for that. That's my only gripe, and it's not really a gripe. At this price point, I think the value proposition is pretty high on this. I would definitely love to see a pro model with a few more features. But beyond that, if you have the money and you find yourself gaming a lot and you're on the go, or sometimes maybe you're like I was for a while and you were in between consoles, but you had a pretty decent library, or you are subscribed to the cloud version of GeForce or PlayStation or Xbox or whatever it is. But I think overall, this is a pretty good investment if you find yourself gaming a lot, especially on the go. If you guys have any questions or thoughts, or I missed anything, let me know in the comment section, and I will see you guys sooner than later. All right.